alarms go off when I enter the building. I drink some, keep it in my poncho, light up like Castro, blow out from get-go, pro when I said go, grow like an afro, play like Ronaldo.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Cleveland Cavaliers come into this one after a win against the Wizards in Washington.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you'd see a team get that hot away from home.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Tristan Thompson is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's LeBron in at the small forward position.
And Dwight Howard, a former three-time Defensive Player of the Year, still remains a fearsome presence in the paint.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the top.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And no doubt Howard, a dominant rim protector and one of the premier rebounders of the game. He is always there and always is a force to be dealt with.
Yeah, he really is, Kevin. He's a big reason the Rockets are an elite defensive team. I mean, don't forget also that he's one of the most athletic centers in league history. He still can get it done.
And it's sent back by Howard. Harden has a wide open look. Another miss by Houston. And so it's Cleveland with it. 4-point game. And Shumpert slams it in.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think we're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Now, here's Ariza. Harden missing his last shot.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only one falling.
On the wing, Irving. Outside jumper. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Harden. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against the Utah Jazz.
And what a heck of a performance for them, particularly offensively. I mean, there were stretches of that game where everything seemed to be falling.
Ball movement was superb, majestic, and they got good shots and they made them. So it wasn't a surprise, but the ball movement was the key.
And that one's good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The drive by James, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And it's Ariza in the corner.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, right.
And I'll tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
The offensive rebound. LeBron with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harden kicks to Ariza. Another shot, and there's a whistle. It goes on him on Shumpert. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Harden inside the three-point line.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul. The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He doesn't get the second one. Houston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. He kicks to Ariza. The 3. Second chance shot, and it's Howard laying it in.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Got a piece of it. Irving kicks to Thompson. Back to Irving. There's the triple. No luck. From deep, Harden. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give him a nice little lift, I think.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. And it's Capella in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Irving passes to Shumpert. Back to Irving. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. From past the arc. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Yeah, and, you know, the game of basketball, as you well know, Greg and guys, is a game of runs. So their offense is starting to move in a positive direction now. Nice upswing here. You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40, mostly because he only took 3s or so it appeared. It's hard to be efficient if you're only shooting 3s.
That drops. And it's 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
The 3 from Harden, no luck. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Pass to James. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You guys, when you think about Trevor Ariza, he was signed by Houston last year to play defense. And did he deliver on that end? He was usually matched up against the opponent's best wing scorer, and he had the highest steals average of his career, almost 2 a game. Add to that, he is a knockdown shooter from beyond the arc. Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL.
Harden outside. Pass to Capella. Smith against Harden. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. James Harden is second, and of course LeBron James.
These two guys are really enjoying themselves right now. It's been a scoring spree for both. And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And here's Harden for three. That's good. Harden's got 15 points.
With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Yeah, and the perimeter shots, though, Greg, not really falling at a good clip here. So I think they may have to back out of that a bit and not settle for those jump shots.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit. The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Smith's shot is good.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
The Rockets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. To the middle, knocked away. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Beverly. 9 points last game out. It's Harden.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets to space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. The Rockets on top, up by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. The second quarter saw them lose just a fraction of the lead they held at the end of the first, as they're now ahead by 2 points at the half. Kenny, what you think about the Rockets?
Well, they're generating points in the paint, which I like to see. Too often teams fall in love with the three, and the defenses can key on that. You want to keep your offense unpredictable, which is why you need to establish a presence inside.
And that'll do it for now, as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game. Is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be, and so far another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Iman Shumpert is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Everly with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. From deep. No good. Great D that time from LeBron. Another shot. Kicks it out to Harden. There's the pass to Ariza. Fires the three. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Ariza. Harden's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets. Well, the Cavaliers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Irving kicks to Shumpert. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. The three from LeBron. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly... He made the most of it.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and of course the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Back to Smith on the wing, James. And he slams that one down.
Now you're talking about a power surge. That's how you power that thing down.
He went hard to the hoop, Clark, and didn't disappoint when he got there.
Yeah, ain't no reason to be passive now. You have got to go in attack mode.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Lawson and the Rockets getting another bucket right there. The Cavaliers trail by 8. It's stolen by Jones. And it's Houston on the break. Lawson's got the ball. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And James throws it down.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Here's Thornton, and Thompson sends it back. They recover it. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And James throws it down.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Lawson outside. Passes it to Thornton. Jacks on the 3. Offensive rebound. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first points of the game.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships. Some already call him the best small forward to ever play the game. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And a wide open look for Irving. No good on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the... We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Rockets leading by 5. Jones is out there with Harrell. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Lawson. And it's Brewer in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Irving kicks to James. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now, running up the court, Brewer pushing it up.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Outside for Lawson, and the rejection by James. And Lawson gets it to go on the assist by Harrell. And now it's a 10-point Houston lead.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
Thompson misses. Houston leading by 10. A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now an update on Kyrie Irving from Doris Burke. Doris, what'd you find out?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Cavaliers' head athletic trainer. He told me he's suffering from back spasms, so they put some ice on it and gave him some painkillers. If he misses a large number of games, you have to... I think it will have an effect on their chances of winning an NBA title this season. A tough break if that's how it turns out, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
And it's out of bounds for the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Back to James. It's deflected.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Beverly wide open. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 10. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Ariza. Again, James missing.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Long range from the inbound.
Kevin, not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Rockets.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Harden. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg. He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Off the inbound, and all around the run that time before dropping in. And the Rockets lead by 11.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it drop.
Cavaliers to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Amon Shumpert is out there at Thompson. And it's James in at the three. And Harden with the stuff.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Here's LeBron, throws down the breakaway jam.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
And it's Houston's ball. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan in that win. I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other all-stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start. And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
It's Harden with the drive and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest, and I think that's going to help his confidence for this year.
And he gets it to go. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
Harden dishes to Ariza. Offensive rebound, Capella, and the powerful one-handed slam.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, G8, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Howard setting the pick for Harden.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Ariza. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Irving's shot is good.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here is Harden, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Count that one. And that's now 6 points for Trevor Ariza. James right side. He gets it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And that does it for the first quarter. Rockets ahead. They lead by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
On the court for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Irving at the point guard. Shot is no good, so Houston will take it the other way. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic. Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And it's Beverly missing.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Harden missing again.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Cleveland moving the ball around, and the shot is good. And that's 10 points for Kyrie Irving. Houston leading by 10. A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now Doris Burke has an update for us on Iman Shumpert. Doris, what's the news?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Cavaliers' head athletic trainer. it doesn't seem like too drastic of an injury. This injury could be a huge blow to a team with title hopes this season if he were to miss significant time. Kev, hoping for the best on the sideline here.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
The three from Harden. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Howard with a screen on Smith, and J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. .44 seconds left in the second quarter. Screen by Howard. It's Harden with the drive. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
James kicks to Shumpert. From deep, fires it up. Irving can't get it to go.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
That's straight up Showtime stuff right there, baby. Major highlight reel material.
Harden outside with 2 seconds left. And the layup is good. Harden's got 19 points.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
And so that brings...
Guys, I'm here with...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Half. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. He seems to have... All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far. The first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
I tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then there's Howard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Capella in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home. Harden inside the 3-point line, and there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
It's Harden with the drive, and he gets it to go.
And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
Irving can't get it to go.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And that's miscue number 2 for them tonight. On the whole, they've been doing a great job of taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, there's a reason, Greg, they've held on to this lead. I mean, being very cautious and controlled with their passing and execution offensively.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
Rockets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear second half of the season, and then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
LeBron James. 1:58 left in the third.
It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
For Houston, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
With the 2014 draft class, Clark, it was so hyped up, a lot of teams probably didn't care that they were losing some games at the end of the year, as they themselves were testing some younger players on their roster.
Yeah, agree with you wholeheartedly there. And you look at the guys from that class, many of them have star potential.
Ariza kicks to Harden, takes a 3. They get it. Back, and there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. Back to Irving. And Shumpert kicks to Irving. LeBron James on the wing. Back to Irving. Clock at 6. No good on the 3.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Fires it up. Nobody near Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists in the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Harden. Here's Capella. And that one is hammered home.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Smith, the pass to James. Got it up. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. The Cavaliers trail by 18, so on the floor for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron James is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Thompson into the center position.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Smith dishes to Irving. This one for 3. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Harden with the drive. That's good. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Smith kicks to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 25 points for Kyrie Irving.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Harden with it. He's picked up by LeBron. They get it back. Kicks it out to Harden. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. And stolen by Irving. And LeBron with a clear tap to the hoop.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Smith kicks to James. And the Cavaliers getting another bucket right there.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Harden outside. Passes it to Ariza. Back to Harden. Shoots the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Trevor Ariza is going to pick up a foul here. That's his first foul.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
They recover it. Shumpert against Ariza. Just 4 to shoot.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Shumpert against Harden. Shot is off. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Houston.
Two great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for James Harden. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And he gets it to go.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And stolen by Thornton. Brewer up top. Dishes it to Harrell. And a wide open look for Thornton. No good with the triple. Irving from long range. The shot misses. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, congratulations on this win, James. And did you feel like
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, James Harden. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just... And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
The Rockets play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Houston, Texas.
Ready to go?
This road trip for the Magic kicking things off here in this one. This has been a tough stretch of games for them, fellas, losing their last 4.
And, Kevin, things really starting to get out of control for them. I mean, this losing streak is becoming an embarrassment, and it's only going to get worse if they don't figure out a way to stop it soon.
Yeah, sometimes, though, you just need to make changes, pure and simple. Maybe you look to shake up that starting lineup, possibly a trade. But right now, clearly this team has lost confidence, and something's got to give.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 2 and the 3, it's Fournier and Harris. Inside, it's Fry and Vucevic. And it's Napier in at the point guard. Fry, just 4 to shoot. Excellent D from Howard.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
And Orlando has possession. James Harden missing on the 3. The drive by Vucevic. Good.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger. And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Napier. Inside. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harden missing again. And to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career, Clark, has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive and sometimes out of position. Coaches are asking him to be aggressive, but he has to learn how to do that without fouling. That's the next step in his progression. And some of it is anticipation, so you're not in position to foul.
And the rebound goes to Howard.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Beverly wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Beverly's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harris with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Big step last year for Vucevic's offense, Clark. Unstoppable at times, both on the blocks and facing up.
Vucevic is a real outstanding future all-star front court. Rebounds at a high rate in traffic and out of his area. Finishes, faces up. This kid has a lot of upside. I really like his game.
The Magic making a switch here. Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Fry. Aaron Gordon comes in for Tobias Harris. Hezonja, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Oladipo in for Shabazz Napier.
Boy, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. And talking about Vucevic's development last season, he's also had the highest assist average of his career. He's a good decision maker on the floor, knows when to take it himself, and knows when to kick it to cutters and spot up shooters.
And that one's good.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Lets the 3 fly. Nicholson grabs the board. The Magic trail by 3. There's Hezonja. It's Oladipo on the wing. And it's Oladipo again missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead.
All right, Houston, coming on the corner, your Rockets.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
On the court for Orlando, we got Andrew Nicholson. Hezonja is out there with Oladipo. And it's Smith, and it's Gordon in at the 3. Harden against Gordon. And it's Ariza in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ariza's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Rockets. Pass to Hezonja. The feed to Nicholson. Here's Oladipo. That one's good from the corner. Rockets leading by 6. Here's Ariza. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Shot's good.
He he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him. And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
Here's Smith. Second shot opportunity.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for James Harden. He's getting around 28 points per, 6 assists and 6 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Gordon. Fournier comes in for Hezonja. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Harris outside. Passes it to Nicholson. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat, remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And it's Harris off the drive. Nicholson dishes to Smith. Poked loose. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. They cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Channing Frye's checked in for Nicholson.
Into the lineup for the Magic. Channing Frye.
And Fournier gets to Smith. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Fournier for three. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
55 seconds left in the first half. Ariza kicks to Harden. Ariza passes to Harden. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control. How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. That free throw good from Harden. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Harris. Hezonja comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Oladipo in for Napier.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
The drive by Gordon. Good D by Ariza.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Harden kicks to Ariza. Hits the three-point bomb. Ariza's got 9 points in the quarter.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And so we...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Some great work from them with the three ball. They came in with the idea that they can attack this D from long range. They were rotating the ball on the perimeter, and letting it fly. And they got a good look. It's a strategy that paid off with a barrage of threes. That's my barrage style, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. How about what you saw? All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Trevor Ariza. He has 12 points, and he's getting it done on the glass, too.
You're right, Clark. He's done some real nice work on the inside.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. And it's Capella in at the 4 spot. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
And with Harden in the playoffs, it was an all or nothing situation at times. He definitely stole some games for Houston in their run to the conference finals. But, man, did he have a rough one when they were eliminated by the Warriors. Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Hey, and you know, that tough game for Harden in the conference finals, 12 turnovers for him, set an NBA record for most turnovers in a playoff game. Not how he wanted to go out, but he showed he can carry a team for stretches during the playoffs.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Plays like that, the hustle plays on the backboard, the second chance points that have really caused problems all day for the defense.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find the rhythm offensively.
Well, I don't think they're really built to play those kind of grinded-out, low-scoring games. It just doesn't seem to be in their DNA to me.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Orlando also making some changes. Nicholson comes in for Vucevic, and it's Oladipo in for Shabazz Napier. Brewer issues to Jones, can't get it to go. The Magic trail by 12. Oladipo left side, and stolen by Thornton. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
And it's Harris off the drive. It's taken away by Brewer, and it's the Rockets on the break. Lawson with the ball. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Rockets lead by 14. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Thornton. And it's Thornton again missing. The Magic trail by 14. The wide open look here for Oladipo. And the 3 off target. Lawson against Oladipo. And a wide open look for Thornton. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Thornton's got his first 3 points of the game. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Harris passes to Fry. And Oladipo kicks to Fry. Pass to Fournier. Will it go? Kept alive Orlando.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And Orlando making a change here. Smith checked in for Fry. Gordon comes in for Tobias Harris. Hezonja, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Napier in for Victor Oladipo. Stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with... Whoa!
Good. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Three-pointer, and no good trying to get that one. Well through.
All right, Houston, coming out of the corner.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Rockets leading by 18. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Napier is out there with Hazonia. And it's Smith. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Orlando making some changes. Tobias Harris comes in for Jason Smith. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Hazonia.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The 3, and it's sent back by Howard. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Harden. Rejected by Harris. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for James Harden.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Guys, I'm not sure there's a better star player who's a better
They can't guard us on
philosophy than James Harden. Clark reflects the Rocket system perfectly.
I don't think you're wrong on that, Kevin. I mean, the Rockets, an analytically minded team. They love layups, free throws, and threes. Harden can get all of those done.
And Orlando making a change here. Price checked in. Here's Harden over Harris. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses. Tip-off goes to Houston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and the 3, it's Fournier and Harris. Inside, it's Fry and Vucevic. And it's Napier in at the point. Vucevic a screen on Beverly. Down low. Off the pick. Puts up the baby hook. And he gets it to go. Vucevic has got the first points of the night for the Magic.
Good make to get things underway.
Yeah, and always a relief, I think, to get those first points out of the way and actually get that first sweat and that first bit of contact in the game, because that just settles you down a little bit.
And continuing to expand his arsenal last season, Patrick Beverly, the guard for the Rockets. Career highs in assists and rebounds per game, and he's one of the smallest guys on the floor.
Yeah, and he's really working on the details of becoming a better playmaker, becoming a guy that has coaches trust him to handle the basketball in those crucial situations.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's Harden with the drive. Takes it up with both hands and it down.
That was an excellent burst to the hoop for that throwdown. I mean, he's a laser beam guy, fast as light. You know, talking about Beverly, his wrist injury really changed things for the Rockets at the end of last season. Suddenly, 37-year-old Jason Terry had to take on big minutes at the point, and he was serviceable, but they missed Beverly's toughness on defense particularly.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And going back to the one thing with Patrick Beverly, his shot could still be more consistent. Last year, he was down in shooting averages across the board, including just 38% from the field. It makes it very difficult on your offense when you have an inability to space the floor.
And Orlando has possession. Napier kicks to Harris. Takes the three. Can't get it to go. The Rockets go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stopping them.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Harden. Buries it from three-point range. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Count that one.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Right wing, Beverly wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Listen, guys, James Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA, arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
And James Harden really an offense unto himself, as Greg was just talking about. They had a stat which combined three-pointer made and three-point makes created with the pass. Harden was first, and Clark, it wasn't even close.
Well, that was a mouthful in terms of breaking down those analytics, but I tell you what, he does a great job of attacking and finding teammates for threes. I can put it simply that way.
Here's Napier. The Rockets making the shot. No good from Fry.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And that one's good. Beverly.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Smith checked in for Channing Frye. And it's blocked by Gordon. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. Here is Harden. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Utah.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Down low, kicks it out to Gordon. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Howard. He got it up.
All right, Houston, coming out of the corner, your own Rockets Power Dancers. Give it up.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then there's Howard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Capella in at the 4. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Ball stolen. Here's Oladipo. And Capella sends it back. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Smith. Oladipo with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And with the moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Just an incredible month of basketball. Putting up about 18 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Impossible to guard right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
And guys, when you go to look for holes in the game of Tobias Harris, there really aren't any. One of the hardest workers in our league. If he has any weakness at all, it's his average size speed combo, which most likely will keep him from becoming the perennial all-star type.
On the topic of Tobias Harris, you love that he can contribute in every category of play. He's a solid face-up shooter. Clark, who's getting better with his back to the basket. You can see movement forward all the time.
I love what this young man has shown thus far. You mentioned those things he does. He'll also rebound for you, get loose balls. He does the little things, understands what it takes to win, the consummate pro and team player.
So it's the Rockets now after the Magic pick up 2. And here's Harden for 3, and the shot is good. Harden's got 12.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And Orlando making a change here. Fry's checked in.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your
It's Oladipo on the wing. 20 points for him last game against Indiana. Another miss by Orlando. Rockets leading by 7. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Well, some of the big men in the league didn't mind drifting out and letting it fly from deep. Here are the best three-point shooters, centers, and power forwards. You look at Fry. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And maybe most of the time a coach doesn't want to see his center or power forward drifting away from the hoop, but that's not the case with him.
It most certainly is not. I mean, when your three-point shot is that reliable and that lethal, I mean, you have to use it if you've got a guy on your team that can shoot it like that. Maybe they sacrifice some size in the paint when he goes outside, but they're usually 3 points richer because of it.
And it's the Rockets with the ball, following the three-pointer by Orlando. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden 3rd overall, and there was some second-guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreek Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year, but with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
And the Magic making a change here. Nicholson's checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Tobias Harris. Hezonja, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Victor Oladipo.
And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract, but it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny. And guys, when you talk to other players on the Rockets, James Harden more and more becoming a vocal leader. I mean, tremendous confidence and swagger and determination, but that confidence can be contagious, and it's allowing him now to be a leader on this team.
Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Rob. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Oh!
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Clock at 2. Here's Fry. And again, it's Orlando converting.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Napier. Screen by Smith. Gordon outside. What a play! And so it's a close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. He seems to have carried the momentum from his last game right into tonight. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies on people, competing for the ball. It's simple, really. The team with more possessions has more opportunities to score. Wow.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando? All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Harden doing it all. He has 17 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. Inside, it's Fry and Vucevic. At the 2 and the 3, it's Fournier and Harris. And it's Napier in at the point.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Howard setting the pick for Harden. And stolen by Fry. To the inside, Napier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Napier's got his first bucket in this one.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
To the middle, here's Vucevic. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists in the game. The Rockets trail. Here's Harden. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug-of-war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
Here's Napier. Lawson defending. Fry dishes to Napier. Pass to Fry. Just 5 on the clock. And Fournier kicks to Fry. That's short off the rim.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
Kept alive. Here's Jones. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's called on Channing Frye. Rockets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando.
And for Terrence Jones, there's a quiet excitement surrounding him in personnel circles. Last season, he was a much better rim protector, way up in blocks, and his three-point percentage was up as well. So those are the kinds of year 3 improvements that talent evaluators are always looking for, especially when you come into the league as an underclassman.
Well, looking at Terrence Jones, he really has that complete game. His ability to make a play at the rim, hit 35% of his threes. He's a multi-dimensional threat. Long player, well-schooled, falls in line, I think, very well with any good team. In this particular case, with one of the playoff teams in the West.
Yeah, he's one of the more efficient players in the league, over 53% his first 3 seasons. So defenses might want to choose to ignore somebody else.
Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end. Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Lawson kicks to Thornton. Another miss by Houston. Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Snatched up. Feeds it to Vucevic. In the corner, Napier with it. And it's off from three-point range.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Vucevic. That's good. Vucevic has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
And Thornton kicks to Lawson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Here's Napier. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good. And it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. 4th quarter should be good. Rockets trail by 4. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then there's Howard. And it's Capella in a power forward. That's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Napier passes to Hazania. Stolen by Beverly. It's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Gordon's running. Smith with a screen on Beverly. The drive by Smith. The dish to Napier. Shot clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Hazania's shot is off. And for Houston, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And Harden with the stuff.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain it.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
And as always, Doris, thank you.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. They set the pick. Napier kicks to Fry. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Napier passes to Fry. It's rebounded by Houston. Howard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. That gives them the lead. 31 points for James Harden.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Ariza goes in. Here's Capella. Rebound by Smith.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
That's a 2 from Gordon. It's rebounded by Houston.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Here's Harden. Here's Howard. Money! Here's Napier. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Harden outside. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. And now that's 35 points for James Harden.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
That doesn't go either for Gordon. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're losing by 8. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch. Didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Ariza kicks to Howard. Releases. Another miss by Houston. Oladipo misses. So we see the Rockets get the...
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to James Harden. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the... And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.